Welcome back, and once again with our guest over the phone, Janna Hesham, a badminton champion for Africa. Good afternoon, Janna.
Good afternoon. How are you?
How are you, Janna? Janna, tell me, when did you start playing badminton, and what are your major achievements in this sport?
I've been playing badminton for 13 years now, since I was 6 years old. And it all started with a happy coincidence, I guess. My elder sister wanted to try it out, and we both decided to give it a chance. And after that, I joined the first team when I was 12 years old, the junior one. And 2 years ago, I joined the national first team.
Janna, tell me, what are the most challenging upcoming tournaments that you will be participating in?
The most challenging upcoming tournament is All Africa Senior Championships 2024. It will be held here in Egypt in mid-February. And since we are the last Virgin's title holders, we face a lot of pressure to keep it up and maintain our title. So it won't be an easy task, but we're getting ready for it.
Janna, what's the biggest challenge you're facing as a student athlete here in Egypt?
Well, being a student athlete in Egypt is a tough task since it's hard to manage your time, having club training, national team training, as well as exams and assignments. So there's always so much going on with my day. But for me personally, being able to manage all of this proves to me how much I want to achieve both my athletic and academic dreams.
How far do you think Egypt and Africa has developed in badminton over the years?
Well, badminton doesn't really have the popularity in Egypt, but for the past few years, I think it has gotten more popular due to our achievements, including my teammates Adam Haitam and Doha Hani, and of course Captain Hadi Hosni qualifying to the Olympics. This has made badminton more popular. And Egypt has been hosting an international tournament for the past few years. That this year was a major success, and it's a very important tournament for the Olympic qualifications. And I think also upcoming All Africa Senior Championships being held in Egypt is going to draw more attention to the sport.
Yeah. Where is badminton most popular around the world? Which countries is it more popular? I think it's the Far East more than Western Europe, Africa, and the United States, for example.
The most popular continent is Asia in general. They are conquering the sport. They're dominating it. However, in Africa, we're getting better and we're getting closer to achieving being like internationally competitive with them.
Mm-hmm. Did the sport start in Asia, or it started in ancient Greece?
Sorry?
And started, I mean, going back to the history of badminton, did it start in Asia, or it started in ancient Greece?
It started in Asia, yeah. I don't really.
Right. So it started in Asia, right?
Yes.
Right. The roots of badminton can be traced back to China, I think. Would you tell me more about the history of badminton and how it developed throughout the years?
Well, it's the badminton in Asia in general, especially in China, Japan, and this area. It's like football here in Egypt. It's very popular there, and it has developed in Africa.
Right.
I think people became more aware that there's more young blood.
Yeah.
So we're developing in this area so much.
Who's your role model in this sport, in badminton?
Well, there's an Indonesian player. Her name is Gregoria.
Yeah.
So this is my role model internationally. But in Egypt, Captain Hadi Hosni, of course, she's an Olympian, and she used to study at the BUE.
Yeah.
So she's successful in both, and I take her as my role model nationally.
Mm-hmm. Janna, badminton is an easy sport to pick up, but how difficult it is to master the sport?
In my opinion, badminton is a very challenging sport. It requires physical and mental strength at the highest level.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, it's not an easy sport at all. It really does require a lot from your strength to play badminton. You have to be agile, fast, flexible, everything.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy one.
Yeah. At what age did you start practicing badminton?
I started at 6 years old at the Zuhur Sporting Club, and I still play there, by the way.
Yeah. How many hours do you practice per week?
At the club training, I train every day except Friday,
Yeah.
so 6 days a week. And I train also at the gym and with the national team.
And how are you able to cope between your training hours and your studying? I mean, you didn't tell me much about your, in which stage of education are you now?
I study, as this is my second year in university, I study business informatics at the German University in Cairo.
Okay.
It hasn't been easy managing both, being an athlete and a student. But I think this only proves how much I want to reach my dreams. So I'm trying as much as I can to manage being punctual at everything.
Tell me, who supported you at the beginning? Was it your parents or your friends or your trainers, your coach? Who gave you support and encouragement in this sport?
My coach, of course, Ala Yusuf. Her name is Ala Yusuf.
Yeah.
And my parents, definitely, my mother and my sister. They've been a great support for me. And my sports specialist, my performance specialist coach, Mustafa Abdullah. These are my main supporters in this sport, and I owe them everything I have achieved.
What type of sport is badminton? Is it an Olympic? It's an Olympic sport, right?
Yes, it's an Olympic sport.
Tell me more about it as an Olympic sport.
Last year, Adham Haitam, Duha Hani, and Captain Hadi Hosni qualified to Tokyo 2020 Olympics. And Duha was the first athlete ever to qualify in the 3 events. So this was a huge achievement for us. And now, both Duha and Adham and Noor Yusri, they're trying to qualify for Paris 2024. And I really wish them luck.
Yeah. What do you expect for the future of badminton in Egypt?
Well, I think it's getting more popular, so we're on the right track, I think. And for me personally, I'm trying to, first of all, conquer and dominate Africa and become like an African champion, and definitely qualify for Los Angeles 2020.
Yeah. What are your plans for the future? I mean, are you planning to continue in the sports career, or you're planning to work in your field of education, which is, as you said, the business informatics, or you're becoming a trainer or a coach in the future, or both?
First of all, I think I'll definitely pursue my career in badminton, but also my academic journey is very important for me. But I try to have badminton a part of my life as much as I can while growing up, even as a hobby or as something besides my actual career.
Being a sports champion, what did that add to you on the personal level?
I think sports in general has really helped me as a person for very various aspects, including being able to manage my time, being able to I think like sports has taught me things that you don't naturally inherit. Like it has shaped me into a person that I'm really proud of. Because it's never easy. Like dealing with stress, pressure, injuries, and so much more. It really shows how much you're willing to sacrifice and put on hold just to pursue your dreams.
Yeah. Did you practice any other sports, or you started this sport at the age of 6 and you continued all the way through?
I have practiced several sports as a child, but since I started badminton, I haven't been able to train anything else besides it. So I trained speed skating as a kid, but it was badminton that has been a huge part of my life.
Mm-hmm. Janna, when you face obstacles, how do you overcome them? I mean, being in sports tournaments worldwide, you travel, you meet different people, you meet different situations that you have to deal with. So tell me more about persistence and perseverance to overcome obstacles.
Well, actually, in sports in general, the mental side is very tough for athletes. So you have to be very persistent, very hardworking to reach your goals. It never comes easy, and it doesn't get easier. For me, joining the first team was like a turning point in my career. Like junior career is never the same as the senior one. The senior one is very challenging. And it's much more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be very mentally strong to be able to overcome the stress that you face and the pressure while playing with the top players.
Right. Janna, we're going to go to a short break, and if you please stay with us, we'll be back to you once again.